All right, so today we're going to go ahead and be going over how to turn any light bar into a strobe light or strobe kit for chase lights. So I have a set of Amazon um, LED light pods. They're kind of like I think they're called the Squadrons from Baja Design. Actually, bring it over. You can check it out for 2 seconds. So I have these bad boys. I have them in orange, one on each side. The center light bar is already done. Um, but we're going to go ahead and go over how to, oops, there we go. Good. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go over how to take this current wiring harness that I have, which has a flash relay in it, a basic on-off switch inside the cab. It's one of those lovely little sticky ones. And this one is a 2-lead harness. So I'm going to go ahead and be going from the cab underneath until this wiring harness gives out. Be snipping off these leads and putting on some connectors and adding wire. Unfortunately, I do not have color corded wire, so I'll be using red tape to know which one is which so I don't burn the truck up. But all right, so we'll go ahead and get started, and then I'll give you guys a little show tonight when it gets dark. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start by doing this simple stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and take the cab lead, pull that bad boy off. So this relay or this remote control input has the same wiring on both sides. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to mark one so I know exactly where it's going. So we're going to go ahead and get some tape real fast. Just so I know, excuse me. So just so I know which goes to what down the road when I go plug there again. I don't know if it's going to affect anything, but it's better safe than sorry. Okay, now those are marked. I'm going to go ahead and trace this back so that goes into the relay system. Probably have to, yep, take those both off. So now that I have my switch and my flash controller separated, those are going inside the cab. And then you have your relay, your 2 wires, then your fuse, and which connects to your battery terminal, or fuse relay box that you got if you have those aux beam. So we're gonna go ahead and go do that real fast. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the camera, get you guys over there, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So, excuse the over wiring harness mess. This is going to be all redone at some point in time with an aux beam fuse relay. So, and then at least in the Tacomas, there is a firewall rubber, so we can get that to focus. So essentially, there's a little firewall rubber piece. I set a hole in that not too long ago to install a bunch of other lights. But you want to run the lead that we took apart into your cab, and then just kind of leave that right there. So we're going to go ahead and grab all the other goodies that came off of that. So our controller and our switch. And we're going to go ahead and bring that back over here. Set it in the seat for right now. Yes, the truck does need detail, but it does get used. So now from here, let's see what we can do here. Okay. So now we're going to kind of leave everything kind of dangling the relay, the fuse, and the connections to the battery. And we're going to find a spot to run the 2-lead wiring harness portion up under the truck and then through to the back of the cab. So how I did this in the past for the other portion of the bar, we have this kind of run in a section through the side back portion of this firewall. I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna follow the main wiring harness of the truck. This battery right here, and I'm gonna go as far as I can, which will probably be about halfway back my second door, and then from there we're gonna create a wiring harness to go off of, which will then come up back part of the cab. I'm gonna put a connector similar to this one, so if I ever take the bed rack off for any reason at all, I don't have to cut wires. And that's gonna run kind of how this one is. It's up the back, all the way to the front, and then connect the wires, and we have some fun. So I'll get back to you guys here in just a moment when I get it all set up to show you what's next. Okay, guys, so right here I just finished pulling the wire through the fender well area, and I'm following the existing wiring harness all the way down and using zip ties to connect everything. Okay, so I got the wire. Sorry, excuse me, I had to go my throat. So I have the wire now run from the top. There's a little section right here, zip tie all the way down, and then so let's see if I get it under here. Sorry about the camera shake. So I'm just following the natural wiring harness that comes to the truck. This is my second lead, so I had to build a wiring harness for this one. Fall all the way down until I hit that wiring harness. So for both those, I have to create a wiring harness. Ooh, a little dark there. Sorry, guys. So I have to create a wiring harness for that. So I will go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and do a time lapse for that one. It's going to take me a little bit. So stay tuned. Okay, so I am an ambassador for Onyx Off Road, and I just want to take just a split second for you guys to check out the link below. You guys will get an awesome discount on the Elite. You guys have offline maps, weather reports. You make trails, send them to buddies, get coordinates, all that fun stuff. So go ahead and hit the link below, and let's get right back to it. All right, guys. So after I measured the wire coming from the existing wire harness to where I needed it in the cab, or from the bed of the truck, I coordinated it with yellow and red tape for my power wire, and then I proceeded to go ahead and use a wire loom, and then cut it to length. Then I got some heat shrink tube and made sure everything was all connected and gonna be one piece together. And then from there, finished up, and you'll see the next part. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe. All right, so now that you guys have your wiring harness all done, I put mine in a nice wiring harness sleeve. Of course, it doesn't want to focus. Sorry, guys. But anyway, so just trust me, it's in the sleeve. And then I used some shrink wrap or shrink tubing to make sure that nothing unravels. I marked my wires red, black, since I don't have the roll that has the 2 on there, which is going to be in the future. But now I got both of them, and I ran out of red tape, so this one's yellow. So now I have my 2 wiring harnesses. We're going to go ahead and continue further. We're going to connect the homemade ones to the one that came from Amazon with the flash kit. So just type in, all you have to do is type in a strobe flash kit on Amazon, and then you can find it from there. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and connect this right now, and then we're gonna follow up the chassis, zip tie everything as we go, so that we don't have to backtrack. It just makes it a little easier, so you don't keep getting on the ground and getting dirty. And then we'll connect it and then go from there. All right, so here I am stripping the wires and getting them ready to connect to the harness that I bought on Amazon, and then I'm gonna run it up the truck bed, and after I zip tie and everything, If you guys get a chance, go ahead and like, subscribe. That would really help me. Thank you. So now that we're inside the truck, this is the fun part. Because at least on my rack, I don't have very much space. But we're going to go ahead and kind of put everything where it needs to go. So depending on how you have yours set up, I'm going to run mine up and kind of keep it out of the way. So let's see if I can get in here. Okay. All right, so you're gonna need some zip ties. But this is where the fun begins, because we're almost done. Oop, I probably should have done that first. And if you're doing 2 wires like myself at one time, don't do what I just did and forget to zip tie both wires at the same time. Because now it's kind of a pain in the butt to get the zip tie off. Come on. There we go. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. So just try to do your best. Obviously, it's your vehicle that you want to do it on. Try to do your best to hide the wires, because it also helps with not getting stuff caught in while you use your truck bed or whatever you're using it on. And I'm hoping I have enough wire. So I should have measured correctly. So we'll see. This is also one of those things too that's really good to have a friend, because it can help you out. But for me, it's Sunday today and my friends are busy. Okay. Okay, so we have our 2 wires ran. There's one over here. We gotta scoop back. So I'm not doing the full tidy cleanup. I'm just kind of getting the wire up and out of the way. That will come once we do the final test. So. Cool. That's better not having a light in my face. Okay. Okay, so obviously I'm cramped in here. So I ran one lead this way and one lead this way. I'm going to go ahead and do a butt connection. I'm going to go ahead and test it, make sure everything works. So let's finish up the other side. Okay, guys. Real quick. All right, here I am. So I hooked up power just temporarily. I'm going to go ahead and put that little switch with it. I'm going to go ahead and try it. All right, they're both on. So now we'll try the flashing mode. So they have different, it's kind of cool. So they have different, so there's different modes on here and an off button. So on my remote, focusing time soon. Oops, sorry guys. Doesn't seem to want to focus. There we go. Kind of, sort of. Okay. So you can kind of barely see. I'm sorry about the camera quality right now. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Anyways, so on, off, flash modes. So up and down, essentially arrows, but more flash. Cool. So now we can go ahead and take all our wiring, strap it all up, make sure everything's tight, zip tie everything, and go from there. So here we go. All right, guys, the moment you all been waiting for. How's it look at night? Well, you tell me. So that's straight on. Okay, and then let's do first strobe, second strobe. There's like six of these things on here. But that's it. Enjoy. Hope that helped.